Hello, Virgo. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for May. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out at any point in time throughout the month of May. This message may or may not be for you. This is for any major Virgo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. Also keep in mind, energies can be swapped around. Although my intention is to be speaking directly to you, this could be connected to somebody in and around you. So keep that in mind. We've got some big energies coming through in May. We had Pluto that just went retrograde yesterday. We have this very potent, super full moon eclipse in Scorpio on Friday. And so my intentions are to figure out where Pluto is kind of disempowering you, what is coming into your awareness, and what is kind of being transformed over the next month or so. So let's jump in. I'm using the self-care deck to start. It's got some really great affirmations. It also has some inspirational messages and stuff that you can reflect on. So let's cut the deck. See what needs to come through for you, Virgo. You can do this. You can do this. And if you don't have the strength to do it today, maybe it's time to do it tomorrow. So what I want to say is you're not a failure. Maybe you're thinking like you're a failure right now because maybe a relationship has come to an end. A relationship ending does not mean that you're a failure. And so today and every day, you're being asked to free yourself from self-doubt and self-sabotage. So maybe you self-sabotaged a connection, I'm not sure, but you're being asked to own it. Own your story and love yourself through this transformational process. It's probably going to be one of the bravest things that you'll ever do. So what negative narrative do you tell yourself that you need to release in order to break free from self-doubt and self-sabotage? Well, hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty. I want to come and say hi to you, Virgo. She's not appeared in any of the readings so far today but you. So Kitty wanted to come and say hi. So let's see what else needs to come through for you. I did notice 222 on the timer, Virgo. So I think you got a big decision to make here. You're probably at like this pivot point, this divine why when it comes to needing to make a choice moving forward. Twos are about partnerships. Crossroads, indecision, lack of decision, lack of clarity, needing to make a decision, unwilling to make a decision. But I guess the cards don't want to talk for you. Let's see what needs to come through for you, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. All right, so self-care. This is a direct message related to the concept of self-care. So this is an inspirational message for you. So how can you instill a daily practice of self-care each day? Even if it's just a small ritual, because I feel you're going through a restoration of feelings. You're being asked to harness a sense of well-being. So where have you neglected yourself? I feel a Virgo that's been going through all kinds of life trials and tribulations. And so self-care is going to be needed in order to bring you back to life. We also have recovery. So you could have recently gone through some type of upheaval or a new discovery when it comes to your spiritual journey. I do feel the big message is you need to take care of yourself. You need to make room for you in your life. So you might be kind of put in like an energetic penalty box, a timeout. Because I feel I'm talking to a Virgo that might be feeling a little burnt out, or the feeling of burnout might be settling in. Maybe you've been demoralized by somebody, but it feels like total, utter exhaustion. So I feel a Virgo here going into hermit mode is what it feels like. You're being asked to withdraw and restore yourself. So yeah, you need to reflect and recharge. And you do need to understand that your past does not define you. You are who you are today because of your past. And so everything that's transpired up until right now in the here now moment has made you into the person that you are today. Although it has shaped you, it doesn't have to define you when it comes to the path that's kind of staring you in the face right in front of you. And so I feel a lot is coming into your conscious awareness. I do feel It's time to celebrate all of these integrated spiritual lessons. I think you've been going through a massive integration, is what it feels like. And so I feel bowing down to the mystery of life. Maybe you've gone through a tower moment recently, and I do want to say this is a blessing in disguise. They're showing me the number 5. So I feel like you've been through a lot of challenging dynamics recently. So how can you reflect on the blessings that you already do have in your life? Because I feel you're coming into this recognition of what it is you need to reflect on, even if it's just one little tiny small good thing about yourself. You're building a bridge of kindness and caring energies in and around you, and maybe you need to mend a bridge. But you first have to love yourself, and everything will work out exactly as it's meant to be. So let's jump in with the tarot and see what this disempowerment involves. Well, there you are, Virgo. There you are. There's the 2 energy that I felt. So you are at a crossroads. The hermit goes within, right? The hermit seeks solitude in order to go into peaceful meditation, Virgo. I think you're shining a light on all of these negative vices. Maybe you're being asked to step up and be that example for others. Virgo is a healing energy. It is a healer energy. So maybe it's time for you to either seek out a spiritual mentor, or maybe it's time for you to step up and become a spiritual mentor. But you can't stay idle anymore, Virgo. You need to take those next steps forward. So I feel a choice, a very ambitious choice. This is about partnering up with somebody that you do share mutual values and dreams with. So I do feel you're going through a period of spiritual expansion, and you are encouraged to continue moving forward. So we're going to see what this disempowerment energy is all about. Well, I think you've been in the dark night of the soul. You've been in the dark. Maybe you've been lacking the clarity. I feel there's going to be an epiphany that's going to be coming forward in order to get you out of a very dark, desolate cycle, right? The sun upright is vitality. So somebody could have been zapping your vitality. It feels lethargic. But let's see what this disempowerment is all about for you, Virgo, for the month of May. Oh, the 10 of Swords. The Knight of Swords. So a decision has been made to end a situation, I feel, a melodramatic situation. The 10 of Swords indicates a betrayal, sadness, a painful ending. And all endings do lead to opportunities for new happiness. And so you or somebody needs to get a weight off their shoulders. I do feel maybe addictions have been a factor. But I feel there's going to be an event that is going to break you free from an illusion of some sort. And I do feel fear has been like an overruling emotion, and the ego does rule fear. Maybe you've been on the defense. But I feel a finality. This is a final ending. 10s are completions. 10s are endings. And so I feel like you've likely been struggling with sleepless nights, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety leading up to this completion. But I feel you're being asked to respond with your intellect rather than from a state of emotions. When we make sudden, unexpected emotional declarations and we don't use an intellectual standpoint, it can create a lot of defensiveness. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Pisces, Cancer, but I feel a major wake-up call. Maybe you've been in a partnership holding on because of the memories, thinking that this was your person. But I feel the divine is kind of stepping in here. The divine is kind of taken over, and you're going to need to trust. Maybe you're stepping towards a new type of commitment that isn't going to compare to traditions. But I feel the divine knows what is best for you. And I feel you've been revisiting some childhood memories. And this is about inner child healing. Maybe somebody from the past is coming back to clear up a betrayal. But I feel you can't keep over romanticizing how things used to be, because you're going through a major realignment here. It also feels like you could be dealing with a master manipulator. You could be dealing with a pathological liar here. And I do feel this is a block to an amazing new opportunity. So what is this bringing into your awareness? That is time to move on. Yeah, it's time to move on. You're dealing with a tyrant here, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag. We've got somebody here that lacks inspiration, motivation. They're definitely not a leader. We've got jealousy issues here, possessiveness. And you are encouraged to walk away from this very challenging person or circumstance. And then things are going to start to look up, Virgo. So you can welcome relief, but this might require you packing up and relocating and leaving a home situation behind. And that's going to allow you to find your peaceful place again. And that is probably one of the most self-loving things we can do, is leave behind a melodramatic situation. I feel somebody here has communication issues. They're having a hard time speaking up. They like to be in the spotlight, but I think they create like this negative cycle. They're seeking negative attention. So it's like that hurt little boy, that hurt little child, right? And if they can't get what they want, well, then they'll throw a stink and they'll misbehave to get any type of attention. You got somebody here that maybe criticizes you, belittles you. This could be an abusive person that's oversensitive to, to hearing criticism themselves. And so there's a lack of transformation. There's a lack of growth. I feel you're dealing with somebody that's unwilling to release some old belief systems. They procrastinate. And I do feel there's going to be a powerful, unexpected shift in order to make these changes. There's going to be a major loss here. This could be exposure of a cheating scenario. We go from the 6 to the 7 reverse. So there's lies here. There's secrets here. Somebody's not being honest. Somebody is not telling the truth. And I feel an embarrassing secret is coming out, which could lead to a huge material loss. So you're going to want to be careful. You're going to want to make sure that you're on the up and up. But I do feel an ending here. A situation, maybe you've stayed in this for like the last 4 years. There's no joy. There's no vitality. It's feeling like a hopeless situation. And I do think there's all kinds of challenges, blocks, and delays and communication issues. So victory lies on the other side of leaving this situation behind. So let's see what this transformation is all about for you, Virgo. Well, we get the balance reverse. So Sagittarius energy. There is a need to release addictions. This could just be like maybe you're addicted to this person. Wow. Bottom of the deck, the eight of wands again. And you saw me shuffle. So there's a deeply seated father wound here. I do feel you got to get to the root cause of this childhood issue, right? And when we don't heal that childhood issue, we keep recreating the same pattern within our relationship cycles over and over again to get to the root cause. And so you're likely a wounded healer. Maybe have a look at where your Chiron placement is. The 7 of Pentacles is saying it's time to plant those seeds well. You've got to protect yourself. You've got to protect what it is that you've created. I think be prepared for some type of rebalancing. So the Temperance reversed is there's a need for moderation. There's a need for balance, for patience, for self-control. Somebody here's lacked self-control. So maybe you're needing to leave this person behind. But I think if they are coming back, they're coming back transformed and they're coming back as a true leader. So I think maybe you need to leave a very melodramatic situation behind. Maybe you've been dealing with this King of Wands in reversed. And I think the universe is saying there's some type of alchemical blending here going on within a divine union, and you're here to create something extraordinary, but you got to leave the past behind. You got to leave all of the past betrayals, all of the past hurts behind. You got to choose to block all of those negative emotions and to get ready to plant those seeds, because I do feel this connection left you deeply wounded. I do feel you've been praying for a life partner, somebody that will help increase your successes, Aries energy. And so the second you take charge of this situation, I feel is going to bring in somebody that will accept a leadership role. Maybe the both of you are stepping into leadership together, and maybe, it feels like you've wasted a lot of time and a lot of efforts on a negative situation here. I think May is going to be a time of resting and planning for the future and figuring out why you've got all of this unnecessary worry in and around you. The angels want you to never give up. They're there. You only have to ask them for that help, right? And so victory is on the other side of a very challenging situation. So we do got a 2 of Wands in reverse coming out here. And so I feel you stayed stuck for a while. The universe is saying it's time to make a better choice. It's time to make a better decision here. Maybe you're going through some type of spiritual promotion, but there is a new opportunity coming in here, but there does need to be an ending, a release of a situation or a person that's been holding you back in order for a new beginning. You're definitely going through some type of spiritual transformation right now, and I do think it's time to take action. Because whatever situation you've been in, it's caused all kinds of challenges, delays, maybe bad luck. Maybe it was bad timing. I feel you've been keeping your foot stuck in the wheel, resisting these changes because it probably doesn't feel good. Maybe you've been resisting leaving somebody behind. But this was not reciprocal. This was not equal giving and receiving. Maybe this was about clearing some karmic debt from a past life contract. The good that we put out there will always come back to us, but it does take patience, right? And so this is a lesson in maybe sharing your wealth with the less fortunate as well. And when we are greedy with our time and our money, the universe will create all kinds of blocks and challenges. So there does need to be an ending if you want this fresh new start. So there might be a sudden unexpected ending here that will lead to unexpected progress. So let's take a look at this King of Wands reversed a little bit deeper here. Major wake-up call of the Star, Aquarian energy, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Cups reversed. So we could have somebody here that was a little bit on the defense here. We could have had somebody that had some walls around their heart and they were unwilling to open up. So we could have somebody here that is going through a transformation. This masculine could be going through a transformation. Maybe you've chosen to leave this person behind. Maybe after you go through a period of separation, there will be healing. But I feel you're being asked to have faith in the future. Maybe you wished and prayed for this resolution, but I feel dreams are going to come true. But somebody here is getting a wake-up call about a missed magical opportunity from the past, maybe from 3 years ago. Get ready for a wake-up call. I do feel you're dealing with somebody that likes to create challenges, and you are encouraged to create your battles wisely because this person, I feel, is a little bit dishonest. And so I kind of feel like you're just about ready to reach the light at the end of the tunnel. So what does this Emperor have to say? Ooh, the Magician reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Strength reversed. Well, we got somebody here that, yeah, I feel like a master manipulator, and they're getting realigned here. I think they've been juggling a lot of options. There's a rebalancing going on here. Somebody I feel was all about power and control. Power and control could be dealing with a Leo, Gemini, or a Virgo. But I do feel we've got a masculine here getting a major wake-up call. This is about shifting our beliefs when it comes to family legacies and breaking free from these old negative thought patterns. And so I do feel you've been trapped in a situation, and that's always an illusion. We can break ourselves free at any given time. Let me make that clear, Virgo. And so it is time for you to take responsibility for your life. Where have you been afraid to take action and take responsibility? I think you're feeling helpless. You need to master some self-discipline. I do feel you might be losing a lot of financial security. I feel you're being asked to honor the spiritual path and to pass on the spiritual knowledge that you've gained. But there's a lack of, taking that bold step forward. Maybe because of some past heartbreak. Maybe there's going to be somebody stepping up that maybe left you in your time of need, that let you go in your time of need. And maybe all of these challenges are bringing forward personal growth. I think some great sadness from a past relationship is coming up for healing when it comes to any misunderstandings. And I do feel you are losing optimism is what it feels like. So I feel like this refusal to look at this refusal to acknowledge this situation, pretending, hey, there's no problem, I'm good. Well, let me tell you, the time is now to be willing and able to make a decision, because you can't keep pretending there ain't a problem here, because there's some problems here. It's time to follow your own heart, Virgo, instead of trying to make everybody else happy. Stop overanalyzing this situation, because I do feel it can lead to a lucrative new contract. But once again, you got to get your foot stuck out of that wheel. And maybe you need to pay off some karmic debt and go back to somebody where maybe, you know, you didn't reciprocate them. That's kind of what it's feeling like. Well, Virgo, that's what I got. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.